Yo, what's going on guys, your boy Max here and welcome back to another video. So in this video we're going to be going through how you guys can win more of your shotgun fights and just generally improve with your shotguns. But before we get into the video, let me just talk about shotgun aim and how important it really is. So first of all, let's talk about box fights, and this has been the meta in Fortnite for like the past 4 or maybe even 5 seasons. And it's super important that your shotgun and SMG aim is up to scratch in these fights, because they are always close quarter fights, and these are super popular because they have the least luck involved in them. But anyways, that is pretty much it for why your shotgun aim is just super important and is the most important it's ever been at this moment in time. And without any further ado, let's actually get into some of the tips I prepared for this video. So first of all, you want to be playing box fights in creative with your mates, and this will help you improve drastically, because the more box fights you play, the more used you're gonna get to the mechanics of the game, such as shooting your shotgun in this case, because accuracy can only be developed through practice. You can't just watch pros and like watch them for hours on end and then get good aim. That's not how it works. With aim, you gotta practice to actually get good at it, unlike some building tricks and stuff like that. But even with that stuff, you have to practice long hours to get that stuff done. But with aim, I just feel like that's the mechanic that's most developed by practice out of them all. So that's why it's super important to be playing box fights in this game to actually improve your accuracy. But moving on to the next step, we're going to be talking about centering your crosshair, and this is super useful because it will let you hit more body shots than just headshots with ease, as you're going to be able to snap onto your opponent with less difficulty. And this is a tip that's very rarely talked about, and I've actually covered it like twice or maybe 3 times in my previous videos, but I think it's just so useful that I can't not mention it this time around as well. Next, we're going to be talking about a tip that isn't just specific to your aim, but it is very sort of based around your playstyle. And we're going to be talking about how you can be more unpredictable. So first off, you have to remember that the player you're fighting in game is also a real person, and they're going to try to read you and pick out your moves and sort of try and counter them in game. And an example I like to use is that your opponent never knows how many materials you have, how many heals or even shells you have left in your shotgun, and that basically means that you can get really creative with your playstyle. So say for example you can bait heals and then open up your edit and shoot your opponent with your shotgun, and you can also make use of your utility items such as C4s or heavy snipers and stuff like that, that could pretty much be crucial to you winning the shotgun fight. And I literally can't stress this enough: if you do have anything apart from your shotgun in your invent, make sure that you use it in the shotgun fight as well. So say for example you're trying to take somebody's wall, don't be afraid to use your shotgun or SMG in that situation. Like, you don't have to bring out your pickaxe and try and finesse the wall. You can always shoot them with the SMG in random bursts, which may actually hit your opponent or let you get their wall. And there's just so many ways that you can pretty much beat your opponents in shotgun fights without just using your shotgun and your editing and building alone. So don't hesitate to use your utility items in the most creative ways you can, because there's a ton of ways you can use them. And yeah, just make sure that you guys don't completely just disregard those things. And finally, we're going to be talking about angles, which are super important in your shotgun fights, and it is very important that you just don't let your opponent track you in the fight. Make sure that you guys get the most obscure and weird angles on your opponents, because that's the way that you guys are going to catch them off guard. You don't want to just challenge them head on in a 50-50. You want to be flanking around and going around the box you're fighting in and stuff like that, and it will pretty much make your opponent lose you, and you can get a ton of free damage that way, because your opponent just won't be expecting you in certain places. And yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. A pretty quick and concise video today, and I really actually enjoyed making one of these because, you know, it cuts out a lot of the unnecessary talking and stuff like that. And I do hope that you have enjoyed the video for those reasons as well. And if that's the case, then make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel with notifications on to never miss another upload from me ever again. And before you guys go, make sure you guys are using the code MaxGamer7 in the Fortnite item store if you'd like to support me and the channel at no extra cost whatsoever. But do bear in mind that the code does reset every 14 days. Anyways, that does end off the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.